feminist movement is demonic. I've said it plenty of times. I'll say it again. The feminist movement is demonic, and I think that this is an exact message of what they're trying to send in here. And we need to get our women to understand that this feminist movement is not a movement to empower yourself. It's to divide the people. There is an obvious agenda that's being pushed out. I want to say that I was shocked when I saw something like this, but it's hard to say that I was shocked because it's like I know that there's an agenda that people want to send out, and I know that this is the agenda that they're trying to send, and I'm going to share it with you guys just here in a second. Let's check out Amazon's new movie apparently, where they are disguising. Let's check this out, and we're going to talk about it.
Once upon a time, there was a glowing city protected by golden gates, known as heaven. It was ruled by beings of pure light, angels that worshipped good and shielded all from evil. Lucifer was one of these angels. He was a dreamer with fantastical ideas for all of creation, but he was seen as a troublemaker by the elders of heaven, for they felt his way of thinking was dangerous to the order of their world. So he watched as the angels began to expand the universe in their ways. From the dust of earth, they created Adam and Lilith, equals as the first of mankind. But despite this, Adam demanded control, and Lilith refused to submit to his will. She fled the garden. Drawn in by her fierce independence, Lucifer found her, and the two rebellious dreamers fell deeply in love. Together, they wished to share the magic of free will with humanity, offering the fruit of knowledge to Adam's new bride, Eve, who gladly accepted. As punishment for their reckless act, heaven cast Lucifer and his love into the dark pit he had created, never allowing him to see the good that came from humanity.
Wanted to share free will. Just because you say something with passion, it doesn't make it true. Let's go back to the beginning where they talked about how Adam was created and he was sitting there and they were there, two equals as humans. Let's hear what they had to say about that before I give you my response.
Equals as the first of mankind, but despite this, Adam demanded control, and Lilith refused to submit.
That's incorrect there. They put this in there, and I'm going to tell you what this agenda is. I'm going to tell you what the message is and what they're trying to do here. They put this thing out there as if Adam demanded some control from her that he wasn't getting, and because of that, she fled. It wasn't his will that he was trying to get anyone to understand. It was the instruction that he got from God on what to do and what not to do inside of the garden. So he was just trying to share instruction. So what I'm thinking about this is, and what came to my mind when I just heard that, and even some of the things that are in the rest of this thing, is this a feminist movement message? That's what I'm starting to feel. Like there's this, we're going to attack the man. Adam was the first man here. So we're going to attack him by saying that he demanded control. He didn't demand control. And we're going to say that because of her, and we're getting into it, fierce independence, she was drawn in by Lucifer. You see, God created Adam from the dust. We know that. And Eve was created from the rib of Adam. But they didn't explain that in there. And they didn't explain how Adam actually was not trying to demand control. He was just sharing what he was told, and that Eve didn't want to listen. And she went off on her own. Not fierce independence, not because she was being demanded control, not because she was being controlled or being forced into doing something she didn't want to do. Not at all. Not at all. I think this is a feminist message that they're trying to send in, and they talked about her being drawn in by her fierce independence. Let's hear what they said about that.
Fled the garden. Drawn in by her fierce independence, Lucifer found her, and the two rebellious dreamers fell.
There's another theme message in there. Rebellious dreamers. They fell in love. You know, there's this crowd. There's this group of people that when there's certain things that happen in the world, there's always like a group of people where it's like we're misunderstood people. The homosexuality community consists of people like that. I'm misunderstood, so let me join this community where we based ourselves off of understanding people. So and they want to feed people this, you know, illogical stuff by saying that, you know, they weren't understood, they're rebellious. She had to rebel against Adam because he was so controlling. She had to rebel against the man, and the only person that understood her, the only person that was there to really be able to hold her and understand how she felt and understand what she was saying, and was able to, you know, reason with all of her emotions, was Lucifer. No. Yeah, Lucifer found her. I'll say that that's the only honest thing that they're mentioning in this entire thing, is that, yeah, Lucifer found her. And that when you are moving in your fierce independence, like they were saying that she was operating in, which is just a nice way, honestly, to say selfishness. When you're moving in selfishness, yeah, you're definitely putting yourself in target and in line and in place for the devil to find you and use you, if you will. So this is very, 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 very interesting. Let's keep this going and let's hear what they had to say after that.
Together, they wish to share the magic of free will with humanity, offering the fruit of knowledge to Adam's new bride, Eve.
Together, they wish to share the fruit of free will, you know, the gift of free will with all humanity. No. Eve didn't even know what free will and all of that was. Everything in the garden was so curated for his people. Everything was just so perfect the way it needed to be. Eve didn't know because she didn't even listen to the instruction that Adam was trying to give her, that Adam received from God. So Eve didn't know. That's why the whole thing comes in where Satan was actually manipulating her. He was being manipulative, and he was being a liar like he is. And he tricked Eve, telling him, you won't surely die, you know, nothing will happen, it's okay, you know, you have the power to do this. It's all this self-indulging, you have the power, self-care, push yourself, believe in yourself, all these things about self. But like I said, fierce independence, another nice way of just saying selfish, all that self-involved things are things that literally put people in positions to get into destruction, to be where the devil wants them to be. There's a message, like I'm saying, in this, man. So they're pretty much trying to say Satan is supposed to be the good guy. They're trying to say that, you know, he's the good guy. Men are the problem because we demand control from women, and the devil wants to share free will with women on the earth. So feminist movement is demonic. I've said it plenty of times. I'll say it again. The feminist movement is demonic, and I think that this is an exact message of what they're trying to send in here. And we need to get our women to understand that this feminist movement is not a movement to empower yourself. It's to divide the people. And when people start to understand that, they'll realize that all these subliminal messages that they're sending and things like this, it's lies, bro. It's lies. It's complete lies. The devil is not on your side. The devil is not here to help you. He's not here to be with you. He's not here to guide you. He's not here to understand. He doesn't understand you, bro. He doesn't understand you. He lost. He took an L. Have you ever been around people where they say misery loves company? That's the devil. He's miserable, and he desires your company to be miserable with him. You're not going to win with him. You're not going to get anything from him. He can't do anything for you. It's a miserable situation, and he's wanting other people to be miserable with him. Don't bite it, bro. Don't take the bite. Don't take the bite. I wish somebody could have been there to tell Eve that, bro. Don't take the bite. Do not take the bite. You know, don't get baited in, if you will, you know, because he's not on your side. And a lot of these shows that talk about it, Lucifer, that show that was on Netflix for a while, they always do this where they go, he's a good guy. He's misunderstood. He actually really wants to do well. He wants to help people, but they don't understand him. Anything that the society and anything that the media can do to discredit God or to make God look like he's the evil one, that's exactly what they're going to do. I see a lot of feminist messages in this, and the oblivious point that they're trying to make about the devil being the good person in all this, that he's the victim, that he was done so wrong, and that we need to understand him because he was so misunderstood. That word misunderstood, a lot of people talk about that in today's time. I'm misunderstood. People that have different pronouns, people that express themselves in different ways, all these different identities from A to Z, Z to A. Because we're misunderstood, and people are looking to be understood, but all this misunderstanding of ourselves and this misunderstanding it's putting us in a position where you're allowing this, sorry to say it, BS to be feeded to you. You're allowing this stuff to be feeded to you. You're allowing to take this stuff in. You're believing these things. You're believing what they say about the devil is not understood and he's on your side and he wants to help you, and that God hates you and that God's mad and God has all these rules and rubrics. That's a lie, bro. It's a lie. God is not mad at you. He's not mad. You know the sacrifice that he made, giving his one and only begotten son, sacrificed him on the cross for the sins of the entire world. You see, someone doesn't do that because they're mad at you. They did you a favor because they want to do something for you. You see what I'm saying? That type of level of sacrifice that God made for each and every one of us, you don't do that for somebody because you hate them, because you're mad at them. No, you don't. You don't. You don't. And some other people would say that, well, he did it because he wants control, because he did all that sacrifice. And if I don't believe in it and if I don't do anything about it, well, then he's just not going to bless me. And then he doesn't like me. He didn't do it for control, because that free will that they're lying about in this ad here, that free will that they're talking about, that the devil wanted to share with the world, with Eve, that's the free will that you and I both have today. You can believe it. You cannot believe it. You can seek after him. You cannot seek after him. But I'm going to tell you from experience, not pushing it on you, but from just plain experience, man. I'm a regular guy. I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. Even sitting here on this video today, sharing anything I share with you guys on this platform, I am not a perfect person. I don't seek to be perfect. I just seek the perfect one, which is Christ. Every day I can learn something. Every day I can fix something about myself. And there'll never be a time where I become a perfect person, but I'm not interested in being a perfect person. But I am interested in allowing God to perfect me for as long as I'm here. You know what I mean? So that's going to take some correction in that. But he does those things because he loves me, not because he hates me, not because he's mad at me. Not because I owe him something, like he's like, you better give me this or else it's not a bargain system. It's nothing like that. It's a genuine relationship that I've learned to build with him over the years, over the time, over experience, over trial, over tribulation, all of that, man. All of that is things that I've learned and developed by just stepping into a genuine relationship with him, And you'll learn those things over time. You're definitely learning those things over time, but the devil is not on your side. The devil is not on your side. This stuff is a lie, and the truth is nowhere in it. But I thank you guys for tuning in, man. That's all I got for you guys on this one. I appreciate it if you guys have stayed this long as always, but that's all I got. To the next one, guys. I'm out.